Tunaenda kwa administration.
Alikataa, hapana.
Alikataa akasema nini?
Hapana, kamera hapana.
Boss.
Please.
Hii usiguze.
Na nataka kunichukua for what? Hapana.
These were the scenes at Mathare as we went to inquire about the fate of the 30 escapees from the mental hospital who the police are looking for.
Hata kama kitu inafichwa, hata kama nini, hata kama watu wamekufa, hatutaki mchukue hao.
Mwache cameraman wangu.
According to the guards, they were under strict instructions not to let anyone from the media enter the premise.
Kama ni administration, ebu zimbe hii kitu twende na nyinyi.
After long persuasion, we were finally allowed access, and the hospital superintendent, Dr. Kisivuli, brought us up to speed with the situation on ground.
So far, 14 have come. We are getting in touch with their relatives for those who we can. We are hoping that the rest who are at home, actually these patients went home, the rest who are at home, their relatives will be prevailed upon to bring them back.
Established in 1910, the same year with Industrial Area Nairobi Remand, Mathare Hospital is the biggest mental referral hospital in the country, with a bed occupancy of 650 patients. But this number has doubled as years go by, forcing the facility to have over 70 patients in a ward, supposed to hold 40 patients.
And, you can see that the buildings are old and dilapidated. Some are in dire need of renovation. And indeed some renovations is going on, as you've seen. The perimeter was being put up, and of course there is normal preventive maintenance. But of course, you know, maintaining an old building is not a cheap affair, isn't it?
According to a report released by the Independent Medical Legal Unit, a non-governmental organization, conditions at the hospital are pathetic. The report shows cases of torture in mental hospitals were common, with 39% of patients having gone through serious torture at one time or another. The most common forms of abuse were physical assaults by other patients and hospital staff. The study further shows that patients are mistreated in different ways, including physical assault, exposure to unpleasant heat, darkness, light or cold, and deprivation of social contact. According to Dr. Frank Njenga, public mental institutions should be funded more so as to give the patients a better healing environment and the proper medication.
The most important single requirement for a person with severe mental illness in particular is an environment that gives them honor and dignity and makes them appear, both to themselves and to others, that they're both human and that they're being treated in a humane manner.
Mental health has for a long time been associated with witchcraft and spirits, hence the high level of stigma. But according to medical experts, these are just sick individuals who deserve urgent and proper medication.
Many of the people who are in mental institutions in this country are there because they have no access to currently available and fairly cheap drugs.
Mathare Hospital has about 200 medical personnel, of whom only 70 are trained to handle psychiatric cases. We got a glimpse of the kind of living conditions these patients are subjected to, and the situation is pathetic, to say the least. They live behind the grills with their dorms tightly secured with iron doors, which beg the question, what would happen in case of fire? The food ratio is also very little to a person who is on medication.
Ni beddings ndo si mzuri hapa. Hapa watu wanalala na chaya, ni ngumu hata mtu apate usingizi. Labda mpaka apatiwe mapiriton ama madawa kadhaa ndo apate chakula hata endelee kuishi.
With the escape of the 40 patients, this might perhaps be an eye-opener to many, and especially the government, that it's high time people suffering with mental illnesses got better treatment than what they are getting now. Michael Njenga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.